I think it says I'm live. It's a long time since I've done this. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Let me know. Lots of people already here. I didn't think it was going to do it that quickly. Right, let me get myself sorted out. I thought I was going to be a while before it went. Oh, I've just had a notification that I'm live as well by email. That was useful of it to tell me that. Right, got my coffee. Has everybody got their coffee? I've got a weird bit of hair sticking up on the top there. That's going to annoy me. Right, let me go through. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of chat already. Let me say hello to everybody. We have got Angela Thompson. Good morning, Angela. Good morning, Dawn Gardner. Sorry, I'm just trying to read at the same time as talking. 2 o'clock in the morning. Oh my goodness me, Dawn, that is ridiculous, really. Pumpkin 462. Can you post it to your page when you're done so your USA audience can view it later? Yes, definitely. It will be available later on. As soon as I finished, it should be available to watch back. And Ross has to work tomorrow, so sadly she'll miss that. Oh, hang on. These are from before, are they? Can people leave chat way before? I guess they can. I don't know. Sam's Adventures. Morning, Caroline. Need to go out, but we'll catch up later. Hope you're well. I am. Thank you, Sam. How are you? Janice Travis says it's cheered her up. I'm glad about that, Janice. Do you know what? It's actually cheered me up as well, because I have been really low the last couple of days. I haven't even been vlogging very much. I've been just sort of sitting quietly doing very little. And isn't it true that the less you do, the less you want to do? I'm finding that even do a couple of things and then I just sit down. I've got no energy left and I don't want to do anything. Victoria Foley, good morning. Leanne Hill, good morning. Lorraine Apollon, Deborah Tideswell, Jill Woolley, Kate Gilson, Joan Morris, Debbie Young, Sue Moore. Sue's in Cyprus. What's the weather like in Cyprus? So I bet it's better than it is here. It's absolutely vile here this morning. Vile. Mandy Russell, good morning, Mandy. Melanie Carter, JC Dirk, Catherine Griesela Graham, good morning. Helen Mullane, good morning. Julie Wilkinson, Karen Bloomfield, Joan Hannah, Torella Steele. Helen, apologies in advance for asking Caroline to talk about the interview. So I won't talk about it for long. Sandra B, hello. Karen Marsh, good morning. Rainy in Stourbridge in the West Midlands. Oh my goodness, the chat's just jumped up, so I can't see where I've got to. Oh, it's all very stressful. My hair looks lovely. Thank you very much. I've used my Babyliss wave curler thing again. So many of you left lovely comments about how my hair made me look younger like this. Yay for that. It does drop really quickly though. I do spray it, but I wonder if I spray it afterwards. I wonder if there's something I need to spray it with beforehand to make it stay for a bit longer maybe. Julie Wilkinson's got a cappuccino. That's nice. I've just got bog standard vanilla flavoured Little's coffee this morning. Cherry M, good morning. If I say your name again, apologies. I can't remember all the ones I've said. Sazguest is there making tea and toast. Yummy. Julie Wilkinson, lovely set of emojis there. Nice flowers, Julie. Thank you for those. Kay Rock, good morning. Alison Bell is sorting out her roots. Oh my God, I so need to do that. Good news on the hair front though. I'll share that with you in a minute. Leslie Chadwick, good morning. Karen Marsh, Mandy Maxwell, Linda UK 99, Jewelry Sales, MB Disney, Linda Orm, Leslie Turrell, Susan Hutchinson, Chris H, Melanie Carter, Tanya Felsen. Just a quick hi as I'm in a Teams meeting at work, but couldn't miss this opportunity. So big thanks for all your entertainment. Oh, thank you. You're in Malta, are you? I bet the weather's nicer in Malta than it is here as well. Jane Wathan, Sandra Temple, Lorraine Reeves, Karen T. Live, love, love life. That's my friend Karen. Good morning, Karen. Shell, good morning. Catherine Hamilton, good morning. Diane Cross Dabblings in Crafts. That's a long name. Susan Craig, first ever live with you. Good morning. I used to do lots of lives. I can't see how many people are watching. Oh, I can actually, 203. Oh, I wish I hadn't looked at that. Goodness me. I used to do lots of lives when I was doing more eBay type content which we'll talk about again in a bit because I've had some questions about that, back in about 2017, 2018, but it's a long time since I've done a live stream. But I know I see quite a lot of the people that I subscribe to do lives quite regularly now. And of course, with doing a live, you get to talk to the people in the chat, which is lovely, and B, you don't have to edit it, so that's also quite nice because you can just talk and then it's there on YouTube and people can watch it and there's no editing process, so that is also a bonus. Right, let's do some more. Good morning, Sue Epton, Lil McDonald, Linda Dolan, Karen Fraser. Oh, it's jumping again, it's jumping. Adrianetta, Melanie, Deborah Wilson, Lorraine Christensen. Right. Oh, my brother's there. You look as though you've lost weight. Oh, bless. Thank you. Do you know, it's funny you're there, Nick, because I'm going to talk about you in relation to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle shortly. So if your ears are burning, that is why. Right. My husband just said, no wonder you have so many followers. You're lovely to listen to. Oh, thank you. My husband doesn't say the same as that, I can tell you. Antoinette Daly, good morning. I know that name. Nick says he's going now. Susan says, darker lipstick looks good. I'm getting used to it. I'm getting used to the brighter lip. I feel like it does brighten up my face. And I definitely think it's, as I get older, it's better to wear a brighter lipstick. I think that's a thing. I don't know why I think that, but I feel like I'm getting used to them. So I did have a couple of recommendations for colours to try, which I've added to my viewer recommendations list. So I'll be trying those. Good. Nick, have you been drinking? He's just said my hair suits me as well. It's very nice. What a complimentary brother I have. It's really hard to read all the chat. Yeah, too many compliments. You're right. I'll get nervous. So I just want to read this one. Angela, I use Frizzy's curling spray before I use mine and my curls stay in all day. Oh, that does help. Yes, let me write that down. Hang on. Frizzy's curling spray. Got my handy whiteboard here. Don't know what I'd do without my whiteboards. Right, I've written that down. Okay, so anyway, oh, Carrie's there. Do you know, Carrie, I was only looking at your Instagram yesterday and wondering how you are. It would be very nice. Let's meet up for a coffee after all this nonsense is over, eventually, soon, at some point. I was reading an article yesterday about COVID fatigue being a thing, pandemic fatigue, and I think I've got that. It's this thing where you've done so little for so long that you don't want to do very much at all and everything feels like a giant effort. Moira says hello from Perth, Australia. Oh, I bet it's nicer weather there as well. I'm not fixated by the weather at all, but yeah, I am fixated by the weather, let's be honest. It's really hard to. Victoria says, what a lovely brother. He can be, Victoria, he can be. We have a new Mrs. C. Lockdown has done wonders. Well done, looking good and 20 years younger. Oh, I wish that would be nice. My knees definitely don't feel 20 years younger. I feel quite old. Sorry, I've just seen another question. It's difficult to keep an eye on that and talk about. Yes, all a bit much. Yeah, my good knee yesterday did something while I was sitting on the sofa. Literally while I was sitting on the sofa, I got up and there's something wrong with it now. I've no idea what, but yeah. Oh, Carla's there. Good morning, Carla. How are you? Mrs. Kippy, 100. Good morning from Scotland. I'm late to the party. You're not very late. We haven't long started, so yeah, not. And Constance Alexander, hello from Montreal. Jane says, have you ever volunteered for a charity close to your heart? I did volunteer for I don't know if it's technically I did volunteer. I worked in a charity shop for a while when Will first started school, and I stopped working. I had a 2-day-a-week job in an office for the local council, and when Will was from when Will was born, basically, until he started school, and they wouldn't let me cut down to school hours. I think they have to these days, don't they? It was different then. They wouldn't let me cut down to school hours, and I didn't. When he was 4, I wanted to be able to pick him up from school. So I left there, and then I was working part-time in a school, just evenings, and I worked part-time in a charity shop as well. So that was an animal charity shop, a local animal charity shop, a local animal charity for all sorts of animals, not just cats or dogs or anything. And they do all the animals. So yeah, I enjoyed that. And I was also on the village hall committee in a village we used to live in a long time ago. That was sort of before William was born and when he was very little, which was technically a charity, and used to organise village events and that sort of thing. But yeah, that's all I've done. Good morning, everyone. It might be a good idea to put questions in capitals. Yeah, that's actually a really good idea. If you want to ask me a question, put it in capitals, and I'm more likely to see it because the chat goes up so quickly. 244 viewers. Goodness me, that's a lot, isn't it? What's everybody doing today on this rainy, miserable day? Tell me what you're doing. Jacie's taking me with her to get, because she needs a second coffee. Right, let me look at the questions. I photographed all the questions yesterday that I had, and I put them into my photo album on my phone. And let's start with the one that I got asked the most, which was, did I watch the Oprah interview? What did I think of it? Harry and Meghan. I know somebody said on YouTube, please don't talk about Harry and Meghan. We've heard enough about it. And I have to say, I do kind of agree. It has been everywhere. And there's been every single opinion on it from one end to the other, lots and lots and lots of it. And I didn't watch it. I didn't watch the interview. I mean, obviously I don't live under a rock, so I have seen bits of it that they've shown on other programs and the news. And I've tried to avoid the tabloid press about it, but I've read quite a lot of opinion about it in the media. So yeah, I am aware of what went on, but no, I chose not to watch it. As I said, I don't think adding my opinion to the massive selection of opinions out there is going to be particularly relevant or of interest to anybody. But what I will say about it, she says, adding her opinion, now what I will say about it is that I think it was very well documented what a lovely relationship William and Harry had. That there's so many photographs and footage of them, and then with Kate as well, the three of them. And I remember often saying to my mother and her saying to me how proud Diana would have been of those boys and how pleased she would be that they were so close and had such a lovely relationship. I mean, even to I was watching some footage yesterday of sorry, I just lost my thread there. Watched some footage yesterday of William and Harry sitting in church at Harry's wedding, waiting for Meghan to arrive. And that you could see how close they were, and they just had a lovely relationship. And obviously something has happened that has, that they don't have that anymore. And I just think that's desperately, desperately sad. And none of us know what goes on behind closed doors. I can't tell you how true what they said is or how false it is. My personal opinion would probably be that it's somewhere in the middle. I don't know at all, but I just feel so desperately sad for those boys have no relationship. And after that, I think there's very little chance of it being repaired. And I feel like that in later life, Harry will come to regret having done that interview and said the things that he said about his family. I think family is everything. It really is. Your family is everything. You only have one family, and families aren't perfect. It's fair to say that I have had uneasy relationship with my brother a lot of our lives. We are not similar people. We don't. Hi Nick, if you're still watching, having said all those lovely things, people won't believe this, will they now? But we've had a difficult, not so much now, but up till we were probably, 35, 40, I think we had a difficult relationship. We disagreed a lot, and I wouldn't want to be without my brother. I can't imagine a world without him in it. It's, your family is just priceless, and that is all I'm going to say on it. That's all I want to say. Anyway, I'm just going back through the chat to see what some of you said. Paper and twine is sitting crafting. It's raining here. Raining here as well, yes. Lots of viewers, but no one hit likes. There's lots of likes, but please do feel free to hit the thumbs up button. I don't show the likes and dislikes. It's a preset on my channel. There was a reason for it. Someone asked me why I didn't show the likes and dislikes, and there was a reason for it. Years ago, I preset it not to show it. And I can't remember what the reason was now. I've no idea at all. And I without actually Googling it and finding out to unpreset it so you can see all the likes. It's just pure laziness that it's still set like that now. Working from home and listening to this is making it so much easier, says Lisa. Thank you very much indeed. About to start making caramel squares millionaire shortbread. Oh, yum, that sounds nice. Is it low calorie? I doubt it. Miserable day in Derbyshire. Rebecca is lying in bed with a nice cup of tea. Now that sounds good. It really does. MB Disney says, I would love to know what the first thing you will do when lockdown is lifted. Go for a coffee with my best friend who has COVID at the moment. She's not doing too badly. She works in the NHS and she has had her first vaccine, so her symptoms are mild. But yes, I will go for a cup of coffee in an actual cafe where we can sit down at a table and watch the world go by. And plus all the other 100,000 things I want to do as well. But that's the first thing that I would like to do. Suno's working from home today, feeling proper fed up. I know the feeling. So I've been awake since 3:30 this morning. I woke up and I couldn't get back to sleep, so I read for a bit and I put my light out again at 5 o'clock and just never went back to sleep. So I suspect that an afternoon nap might be in order today. Victoria, I had overload on radio before the interview aired. Yeah, there was. Yes, absolutely. Piers Morgan, people are talking about as well. I have to say, I don't watch the programme particularly. Ashley has the news on in the morning and usually watches BBC, but has taken to turning over to that. So I didn't see the bit where he walked out, although I've seen it on the news or online somewhere anyway since. I feel like he can give it out, but if you give it out like he does, you need to be able to take it as well. And that was just a bit of an example. I'd love to know if he was pushed or if he went, but who knows? Lovely sunny weather in beautiful Bologna, says Lorna. Very nice too. You wouldn't like the weather here today, Lorna. It's vile. Judy T, sitting at my desk working from the coast of Maine. Oh, how lovely. That sounds like Maine. Now, what's in Maine? I know there was. Sorry, thinking and talking at the same time is hard. I was going to say something about Maine. I was thinking of a place in Maine and now I can't remember the name of it. So, yeah. Angela Thompson, my heart goes out to the Queen. Yeah, absolutely. And yes, very much so. Oh, I miss sitting in a coffee shop, people spotting. God, yes, absolutely. Only me says, do I ever do any gardening and do you enjoy it or do I hate it? I hate it. I like the garden. The type of gardening I like is sitting in the garden, on a chair with a gin and tonic admiring the garden. Is that counted? Is that a thing or not? Yeah, I don't know if it is or not really. I'm sure it's technically not. No, I don't like gardening at all. However, I have got into sorry, I just need to blow my nose. I have got into houseplants. I bought myself a new houseplant last week that I really like. Rebecca's just said something that's reminded me about what I was going to say. My husband and I can't wait for the hairdressers to open. I just want the freedom of being able to go out. Oh, God, yes, absolutely. My hairdresser appointment was due on the 12th of April, no, not the 12th of April, the 4th of January, which was the first day of lockdown, I seem to think, was it not? At 9 o'clock in the morning. And my hairdressers, bless them, phoned me yesterday and they've given me the first appointment on the first day of opening, which is the 13th of April. I think they're always closed on a Monday, so they open on the Tuesday. Yes, I've got a first appointment. I've got a head of highlights and a cut, and I cannot wait. I have so much grey in my roots now. I've got pandemic greying. Got pandemic eyesight and pandemic greying since this COVID thing. My hair has gone so grey. My teeth are falling to bits. And yeah, it's just not a good thing at all. Anyway, let me go back to some of the other questions that I got. A bowl of chili peanuts and a G&T in the garden while hubby takes control of the barbecue. Oh, yes, absolutely. Am I looking forward to the new series of Line of Duty? Yes, very much. I want to watch the new series of... we're up to date with Line of Duty, so I can't wait. I'm actually watching something on the BBC with the guy in it who... sorry, I've just got to moderate that one. The guy from Line of Duty, the young guy who's Scottish, but I don't think he's Scottish in the line of... Do you know who I'm talking about? Has anybody got any clue what I'm on about? But I'm watching a series called Without a Trace, or Traces, I think, on the BBC, on iPlayer, with him in it, which is really good. Really enjoying that one. Worth looking if anybody wants to watch that. What is the first clothes shop you will go into when they open, and will you do a come shop with me video? I will probably go to Matalan on the basis that it's the closest to me. And it opened a little bit before all the other shops last year. Who remembers the footage of me in the first shop? I was doing daily vlogs. It was during the first lockdown, and I was watching it back the other day, and I said, I've just heard from someone that Matalan's opened, and that's my phone. I'm going to have to call them back. I've no idea who it is. I want to answer it, though. Might have to just answer it. No, I won't. I'll call them back a bit later. Let's do that. Honestly, my phone doesn't ring at all, and then it rings just when I'm doing this. That's typical, isn't it? Yeah, so I might go to Matalan, and I will probably do... Yes, I was thinking about Shop With Me during my sleepless night last night, actually. I will definitely do another Matalan Shop With Me. They've got such a good home department in my local Matalan now, and a Home Sense. I can't do a Home Sense Shop With Me till I go up to Bournemouth, because there's not a Home Sense near me at all. The nearest one is Taunton. And probably not Marks and Spencer's. The last few times I've done Marks and Spencer's, I've not been impressed with it. Oh, hi, Kirsten. They've left me a voicemail, whoever it was. Has anybody listened to their voicemail since 1993? I just don't listen to voicemails. Voicemail just isn't a thing. In fact, I thought I'd switch voicemail off on my phone. It seems to have switched itself back on. Good morning, Kirsten. H&M with me. Yes, H&M with you. We've already booked a date to go shopping, haven't we? I can't remember what it is. It the 24th of April, I think. It's in my diary anyway, in my empty, sad diary. What were we talking about? Line of Duty. Yeah, and Unforgotten has just started a new series. Does anybody watch Unforgotten? I haven't watched it yet because I want to wait till it's all finished so we can binge it all in one go, because I really like those one after the other. Don't answer the phone, it's the tax man. It's probably someone from BT Openreach telling me that I've got a problem with my internet connection, isn't it? I had one of those yesterday. Right, let's do some more of these questions. Did you watch the Oprah interview? We've done that. What is your most cherished possession? Mandy Edmo asks this one. Do you know, I was thinking and thinking about this last night, and it's not a thing. Things can all be, you can replace things, can't you? There's no one particular thing that I would not, but I'd be upset if I lost my engagement ring or my wedding ring, something like that, or my phone. Probably equally upset. Don't tell Ashley I said that. But yeah, I think my health is my most treasured possession. That's really been brought home to me during the pandemic, and with various things that have gone on in the last year. I think, I feel like my health is probably my most cherished possession. Another one. What did you think of the Harry and Meghan interview? We've done that. Are you following the calorie deficit diet? No, I'm not. Because this has to be a long-term health change for me, not just something to lose weight. I need to look after my health on a long-term basis. I knew that I didn't want to be. Look, go back up a bit. I know what is good for me and what's not good for me. I've dieted for years, done Slimming Well, keto, Weight Watchers, the cabbage soup diet, every single diet out there. I have failed because I have failed at doing the diets. But I was pretty clear in my mind that I didn't want to be counting anything or weighing anything or adding up points or thinking about sins or checking if I could have something. I know what to eat to lose weight. I think most of us do, don't we? So I made the decision not to count anything and just to try and eat healthily. And so far that is working. Don't ask me what I had for dinner last night. Yesterday wasn't a good day. But yeah, I'm just eating more healthily is what I'm doing. I'm trying to cut out snacking because snacking was one of my major problems. Who is my favourite loose woman? I don't watch it a lot because it's generally on sort of before I sit down and have lunch. But I really like Nadia. I watch her and her husband's YouTube channel as well. I started watching them recently. Somebody recommended it to me. One of a viewer recommended her channel to me, and I really enjoy their channel. I like them. Have you seen Your Honour on Sky Atlantic? No, I haven't got Sky. We got rid of Sky just after we moved to this house, and I've got Amazon Prime and Netflix, and I've got Hey You for what I always want to say Hey You, but it's Hey You, isn't it? For watching The Real Housewives and Below Deck. So yeah. Can you make more gelatin desserts? Somebody asked me. I have got another. Sorry, Shane Leonard asked me that. I could do, yes. I might do another of those videos. It didn't get a huge number of views, that low calorie snacks video. So Martin Compston, I've just seen that. Yes, that's the guy. That's the one. Sorry. It's so difficult going backwards and forwards with conversations. And I will make some more desserts, but I don't know if that was a particularly popular video, so I'm not sure. Hang on, that's a good question. If you could only choose 3 meals to eat forever, what would they be? No calorie counting. I think there's only 3 things that you can eat forever. My coffee's going cold. Only 3 meals you can eat forever. You need to have a good variety, don't you? So I'm going to have jacket potato with prawns and a really nice salad. That would be one of them. I think something pasta based. Ashley makes a really nice pasta dish with ham and mushrooms and like a white wine and cheese sauce with lots of parsley on it. So maybe that one. That's one of my favourite pasta dishes. And then something else. I don't know. Maybe like a wintry thing. Maybe some sort of stewy thing with I'm not going to say dumplings. I don't particularly like dumplings, but something wintry and filling. And I've got quite a good selection there, haven't I think. How old are you? Someone asked me. I'm 52, 53 this year. Sophie, who is my niece, says, do you miss me? I do miss you a lot, Sophie, and I'm looking forward to seeing you very soon. Did you watch the interview? Yes. Hi, Caroline. I came to know you through eBay and was wondering if you still sell on eBay. That's from Fab Things 2011. And similar question from Reselling for a Living on Instagram. I've started following you for eBay content. Have you fallen out of love with it? I do still sell on eBay. I have cut down a lot, or I am cutting down a lot this year. But because I wanted to concentrate more on, I'm doing a lot more YouTube now. YouTube is starting to make a lot of money. I'm getting, sorry, not a lot of money, a bit of money, more money. Absolutely not a Freudian slip there at all. Nobody gets rich from doing YouTube these days, I don't think, or very few people. Talking of which, Savannah's having a baby, isn't she? I saw that on some website I was on the other day. That's nice for her. So yes, I do still sell on eBay. I have cut down a bit recently to do a bit more YouTube and also to concentrate on getting healthier and doing a bit more exercise. I've spent the last few years absolutely ignoring my health and concentrating on eBay and building that business up. And it was time to concentrate a bit more on my health. And I liked YouTube as well. I've spending a bit more time on YouTube has enabled me to make my videos a little bit more creative, I think. I hope you think so as well. And I'm enjoying it. Next, my brother's just said Sophie's normally still asleep. Unless she's commented up here, has she? No, can't see anything. Yeah, that's kids for you, isn't it? Still asleep at this time. Oh, she must have commented. I can't see it. So sorry, the chat goes up really quickly, so I can't say. Let me just go up and see if there's any more questions in here that I missed. I don't know if you've if you want to ask me a question, put it in capitals because it's easier for me to pick them out. The wind is playing havoc with my hair. It keeps whipping back and showing off my greys. I need to stay until my hair appointment comes through. I like that. Yeah, I can't go out because my grey hair's showing. Excellent. Oh, I've done that one. Here's your phone. Do I have a celeb crush on anyone? Not really, I don't think. No, I don't think I do. Karen says, do you think you will be okay healthy eating when pubs and restaurants are open again? God, I don't know, Karen. It's something that I've thought about quite a lot. I'm not a big one on willpower, so we shall see. I'm hoping that the fact that I'm taking a more relaxed approach to it and I'm concentrating on the health side rather than the weight loss side, and I have seen tangible results from that already. An issue that I had with my liver has resolved itself since I have been healthy eating. I had some tests recently and that has been improved. So I'm trying to concentrate on things like that and my blood pressure and all of those things rather than worrying too much about putting in my mouth, what I'm putting in my mouth. What's Nadia's YouTube called? I think it's just her name. Oh, it's the Sawala Adelaise. Sawala Adelaise, I think it's. I think it is that anyway. But it's her name and his name. Snacky is my major problem. Yeah, absolutely. I cook good healthy meals, but can't seem to have a coffee without a little treat. Yeah, I've had to build treats into my day. I generally have a mid-afternoon treat, snack type thing, and then possibly one after dinner as well, although I have, oh sorry, someone's already answered the Sawala Adelaide thing. I might actually finish finish speaking a sentence at some point, mightn't I? Did you finish watching Married at First Sight Australia? I did, yes. It went on for too long, in my opinion. I thought there were too many episodes this time, and I thought it was really scripted, a lot of it, but I enjoyed it overall. I loved it. I thought it was good. I think I preferred the one I watched last year, which was the previous series to this one. But yeah, very good series, very enjoyable. Only me, if you were granted just one wish, what would it be and why? I should say something terribly worthy like world peace, shouldn't I? If I was only granted one wish, it would be that my dad didn't have dementia. I could, yeah, that would be it. I love the Real Housewives. What's your favourite? My favourite has to be the Real Housewives of New Jersey. That was the first one I ever watched, series 1, and that's what got me hooked on it. I also watched the OC, Orange County, and I watched Beverly Hills. I recently tried the Real Housewives of Jersey, but my goodness me, I couldn't stick with that. That was a bit grim. Barbara still says, have I ever had fillers? I have not, no, but I would definitely consider it. I thought I would always say that I would. I hate these lines down here. I'd like to have something put in. Marionette lines, they're called, aren't they? Really don't like those. And I'm getting worse lines down here as well. A couple of you suggested that might be my sinuses, but I'm pretty sure it's not. I don't really have sinus problems, so I don't think it would be that. But yeah, I'd quite like that look. Wouldn't that just be nice? Doesn't that look so much better? And I don't like this down here. This, I think, is a side effect of the weight loss, and it's only going to get worse. And I don't like it at all. Not at all. Reminds me of Ally McBeal. Does anybody know what I'm talking about there? Let me know if you do. We are on to the next series of Married at First Sight. Yes, I read that Australia have got another one going on there. Lisa's eating a homemade Christmas cake that she stashed away. Nice, very nice. Kate Barnes, have I booked any holidays yet? Well, funny you should ask that. I have. I booked one yesterday. I was feeling so miserable yesterday that I booked us a little holiday in September, and very end of September, going to Greece. God, I hope we can go. We should be all right by the end of September, right? I hope so anyway. I do hope so. We should be injected by then, all injected. I think I've already said Ashley got his letter for his vaccine yesterday, so that's good. Wattles, that's it, says guest, exactly. Yeah, I always film myself at an angle where you can't see it, but I catch myself in the mirror turning, and it's absolutely vile. I hate it. I don't think I'd have fillers, or I mean, I might even have, but I don't feel like my lines up here are particularly bad. These are the ones that really bother me, so I might potentially, I would possibly look into fillers for that. Another question, Melanie Jane Weddercott asks, have I always lived in Devon? No, I'm originally from Dorset. I was born in Bournemouth, which is on the Dorset and Hampshire border, pretty much. That bit of hair is really bugging me. And yeah, I was born there, and I then went to Polytechnic, as it was then, university now, in Wales, South Wales. Excuse me. And then I moved down to Devon to live with a boyfriend that I met at university, and then I went to work on the cruise ship, so I moved back to Bournemouth. I'd broken up with him by then. Went to work on the cruise ships for 4 years, moved back to Bournemouth, lived in Bournemouth for a year after I finished on the cruise ships, and by then I was with Ashley, who was living in Devon, and because Ashley's business was in Devon and I could move jobs, I moved down here, and I've been here ever since, and we've been married 25 years this year, which you didn't ask at all in the question, but I just thought I'd... sorry, got really runny nose. But I just thought I'd have that. I don't think I ever finished answering the eBay question, did I? Have I fallen out with doing eBay content? For those who don't know, my channel started out as a lifestyle channel, and I then moved into doing eBay content, what I was selling, what I was buying, tips and tricks for eBay. If you're interested in that, there's a playlist of about 150 videos on my channel, if you want to see that sort of thing. And I then decided to move back to the lifestyle content. And there was quite a lot of reasons for that. One was that I felt eBay was taking over my life. It was YouTube was always something that I started as a hobby, and I just didn't want eBay to be, I wanted YouTube to be separate, something different. It felt like eBay was just everywhere. And it also didn't feel like very good business sense to be telling everybody exactly how to sell stuff on eBay and what I was selling, how much I was buying it for, where I was getting it from. More and more people were doing that. And I felt increasingly uneasy about that and decided that it just didn't make good business sense. It was fun to have been around at the beginning of the reselling community in the UK, and I will never regret that I did it. But yes, it just wasn't for me, and I'm really happy with how my channel is now. I feel like I'm doing content that interests me and hopefully interests you guys as well. So let's whiz back up through the questions here. Did that one, didn't I? Real Housewives, yes, did that. Did that one? Have you booked any holidays yet? Have you ever been to Italy? I have been to Italy, yes. When I worked on the cruise ships, we used to call in at various places in Italy. And also been to Rome for a city break. Loved Rome, very nice. And I've been doing virtual trips. There's a website called virtualtrips.io, and you can do real-time virtual trips. And I did one in Puglia in Italy, and it was amazing. Really, such a nice place. It made me want to go there in real life. It was really nice. Lisa wants to know what I studied at uni. German, Spanish, and business studies. Caroline, you are looking hot. Thank you. Love your earrings. Thank you. They're so old, super old. These, can't remember where I got them from, but they are very, very old, like years. Do I speak any foreign languages? I speak, these days I speak bad Spanish, and that's about it. I did speak fairly fluent German and quite good Spanish at one time, but use it or lose it, as they say, aren't they? Still love your channel without the eBay content. Thank you, Sarah. That's kind. I'm glad you do. Nick Eames, what's your most embarrassing moment? I'm not telling that story. You know what it was. It was on a beach. You know that. I'm not telling that story on the internet. Funnily enough, I did have a blog post up at one time. My blog isn't in the public domain anymore, but I did actually have a blog post about my 5 most embarrassing moments, and some of them I could share. So perhaps I'll turn that into a video at some point. What are my retirement plans? Do you know what? We don't have any. Neither of us have a pension. This house is our pension, really. Once this house is finished, we will either possibly sell off a plot in the garden for building or moved somewhere smaller. So this house will be our pension. I honestly don't have any plans for retirement. I'd like to go on a world cruise, though. That would be nice. Frankly, I'd like to go on a day trip to Dorchester at the moment, world cruise. Anywhere, I'd like to go to Matalan down the road. That would be almost as good as a world cruise. So Sue Epton says, I enjoy your videos. You're a great friend in these difficult times. Thank you very much. That's kind of you, Sue. As I've said before, just knowing that my inane wittering makes a difference to people is very, very humbling and very nice to know. It's really nice. I just had a message from Carla Jenkins saying I definitely need to hear the beach story. Do you indeed? Sorry, I'm just going back down through the... Do I miss putting out eBay content? No, I don't. I found it gets very repetitive, doesn't it? I don't miss it at all. I much prefer the content that I'm making now. I feel like it is more enjoyable to make. Have you ever considered your use of scented candles could cause the irritation of your respiratory system? I haven't, no, but it would be worth it. I love my candles. Fasula, hi, how are you? How are you doing? Will you be visiting Cyprus this year? I don't know. I think Cyprus has just announced reopening to tourists, hasn't it? But obviously we're not allowed to go anywhere at the moment. I would love to go to Cyprus this year. I'd love to go to lots of places. I don't know. Don't know at all. My only definite plan for overseas is Greece in September at the moment. Nikki Positano. Yes, I watched Nick. God, her channel's blown up, hasn't it? Really blown up, Kate, recently. I think she's just hit 100k, hasn't she? Amazing. I love your holiday blog. God, I love my holiday vlogs as well. I'd like to be making one now. I actually watch back my own holiday videos and have done quite a lot in lockdown. And it almost feels like being there again in a nice way. So, yeah. Hi, Shalene from Wet and Windy Island, Wet and Windy Devon as well today. What are the blue books on the shelf? This is a storage box with stationery stuff in it. It's yeah, that's the lid. It's not books. Is your son back at uni? Yes, he's been back. He was actually home this weekend. He was really struggling to study at uni. They've got no hands-on time at all. It's all online, and he is and it's not even one-to-one online. He gets 40. Sorry, it's not even live online. He gets 45 minutes once a week of actual person-to-person teaching, and the rest of it is pre-recorded lectures. And he was really struggling and came home just for a change of four walls, and I think it did him good because he managed to get quite a lot done. He shares a house with 4 other boys. I don't know if the rules are different for going back to uni. I think some of the halls of residence are shut and a lot of people are studying from home, aren't they? But yeah. Ali McP Waddle. Yes. Burr Island is a great place. It is indeed. We went last summer and loved Burr Island. Right. Would you have a caravan? I got asked. Yes, definitely. We had a old VW camper van back. We went away in it on my 30th birthday, so 22 years. We had great fun in that. So yeah, definitely. It's obviously we haven't got a caravan, but it's not something that I would discount completely. What do you miss most on your current weight plan? Nothing, because nothing is I don't not allow myself to have everything. Sorry, that was badly said. Nothing is out of bounds. I have the one thing that I have cut down massively this year is alcohol. And surprisingly, I haven't actually missed it that much. I still have a drink on a Saturday night or a Friday night, sometimes both, not always. I try not to do both, but I'm not always weak-willed enough. But yeah, I've cut down massively and I feel like it's done me good as well. Overall, I'm sleeping better, but not the last few nights. How old is my beautiful cat, Moira? He is 16, Moira. He's going to be 17 in October, and he is starting to show signs of elderliness. He shouts at me quite a lot for no reason. So bless him. I think he misses his brother as well. Since his brother died last year, he's become very much a lap cat. Although he prefers Ashley, doesn't really like sitting on my lap. He's Ashley's cat, really. So I don't know if we'll have... A lot of people say to me, you should get a dog, actually. And I'm not a dog person. I don't dislike dogs. My brother has 2 dogs. I'm very fond of them both. Louis and Mabel. But I feel like a dog would be too much of a tie for us. We go away a lot, and plus I don't really want anything that I'd have to pick up its poo, because that wouldn't be for me, I don't think. Oh, hi Shelley, how are you? Shelley says, am I aiming towards a weight or a dress size goal? Not particularly, no. I would like to be able to buy clothes in any shop, not just from plus size ranges. That would be nice. And I would like not to be on blood pressure medication anymore. Those are sort of my two goals that I guess goals, yeah, that's what I think about. I could get a motorhome. It would be fun to vlog my travels. It would, wouldn't it? Maybe that would be a good plan for retirement. What made you start vlogging? I had a blog. I've told this story before, but I wrote a blog. I started it in 2008, and I really enjoyed it. It's very much just a diary of my life, and I got friendly with a group of other women who were writing blogs, and I'm still in touch with them today. Actually, they're mostly considerably younger than me. They're different life stage, and it's been lovely to see them get married and have children and forge their careers. That's been really nice, and yeah, I'm still in touch with all of them. And then I wanted to, I don't know, it was the only hobby I'd ever stuck to for any length of time, and I wrote it for about 5 years, I think, and I just naturally moved into YouTube from that, and then it was a gradual process moving from the writing to the videoing, and I don't miss the blog at all, but I'm very glad I wrote it. I enjoy reading it back. As I said earlier, it's not in the public domain anymore, because it was a lot of pictures of Will when he was younger and that sort of thing, and that he wouldn't want to be in the public domain anymore, so that's not around anymore, though it still exists. Which YouTubers do you follow for advice on healthy food choices? I don't follow a lot of healthy living channels on. In fact, I'm just trying to think. I don't really watch any weight loss channels. Not if you want to recommend any, let me know. And Debbie says, thank you for making the ironing so much more enjoyable. You should do this more often. Do you know what? I've actually really enjoyed it. I wasn't sure if I would enjoy it or not, not having done a live for so long. And I have actually really enjoyed it. It's so nice to be able to talk to you in real time. Even though I can't speak, and even though I've got half a cup of coffee that I haven't drunk. Hang on. Definitely heading towards cold now. Deborah Tideswell has just booked Ecos Olivia for the end of July. Lovely. That sounds very nice. I think you'll have a lovely time. I know she always wear an Apple Watch. Yes, I do wear an Apple Watch. I got this for my birthday last year from Ashley. I probably don't use it for all the things that it is available to be used for. It didn't come with that strap. I got that strap from Amazon and it's got a bit dirty. I probably need to get a new one now. It is very heavy and big and cumbersome, which I don't really like about it. But I love that it does my steps and it reminds me to breathe, because let's face it, we all need to be reminded to breathe, don't we? And I can shout at Siri to put things on my shopping list. And I use it all the time for timers for things. I live my life by timers, so I use it for that. And it also tells me if I'm having a heart attack, so that's good. So, you know, apparently I'll let you know if I do. But I do like it, and it syncs with my phone, and I can look at, if you're into all the fitness stuff, you know, I like to keep an eye on my steps. I'm quite into keeping an eye on my steps. But you've got activity rings and all of this stuff. I don't use it for that, but I think it would be very good if you are. What time is it? I've been talking an hour. Where did that hour go? Honestly, God, I should do a live for the whole of lockdown. It would whiz by in a blooming flash, wouldn't it? Do you know, I've so enjoyed this. I might do it again next Wednesday. Am I here next Wednesday? As if I'm going to be somewhere else. Look at me checking my diary as I've got a book full of engagements. Ridiculous. I might do it again next Wednesday, I think. I might. My cat, who's 16, so is noisy and demanding now. Yeah, sorry, is so noisy and demanding. Do you think it's a thing as cats get older that they just, are they just trying to interact? Because he comes in, he'll come up to me and he won't be hungry, he won't want food because I'll offer him food, but he just wants to meow at me. And I feel like he's wanting something, but maybe it is just talking. I don't know. Maria, I'm loving this live chat, Caroline. Feels like a lovely chat with a lot of new friends. Please do it again. I'm loving it as well. Thank you for joining me with it. I wish I could get your dedication towards healthy eating and exercise. Thank you. However, yesterday I spent most of the day on the sofa feeling really sorry for myself and had disgusting junk food takeaway for dinner and ate far more of it than I actually needed. So just to let you know, I'm not perfect by any stretch. A couple of people have asked me to do an evening live, and I'm not really an evening person. Quite often I'm in my bed by about 9:15 with my book and my pyjamas on. I'm not that keen on doing an evening live. I have to say, I don't feel like I'm at my best in the evening at all. I haven't. Oh, I know what I did want to answer. The question from Elizabeth Basford, who asked if I ever found a good product to help with dry or sensitive eyes. I'm desperate to find something. This stuff is not bad. Look, I bought it with me and everything to answer your question. This stuff is not bad. It's quite a thick, gloopy, called Artelac. Oh, I can't make that go into shot. Artelac. It comes like that. It's a bloody terrible dispensing system. It's really hopeless. It'd be much better in just a squeezy bottle that you put one drop into your eye. This thing's blooming useless. But the actual product is quite thick. It's like it apparently replicates tears. So it covers your eye. You can use it. I don't think it's medicated because you can use as much of it as often as you want, apparently, according to the box. But I'm finding it quite good. The real telling time will come when it's hay fever season. To see how that works. But yeah, I'm finding that one not bad at all. I wanted to answer this one as well. If you were Prime Minister for a day, what would you do or change? I would cancel HS2. I was thinking about this in the middle of the night as well. Cancel HS2, that new high-speed train line. I don't know how many billion that's due to cost now, and use that money for giving the NHS, not all of the NHS, not the top consultants, but the sort of middle level, bottom levels of the NHS, a decent pay rise. Who needs a bloody high-speed train? You can guarantee when HS2 is built, it will be prohibitively expensive to actually go on. And I can see why they're doing it, because they're trying to phase out car transport, aren't they, I guess, ultimately. But that's what I do. I would also, if I had time, when I was the Prime Minister for a day, overhaul the civil service, because I think there's quite a lot of money spent on middle management levels that is quite unnecessary. That's what I do when I rule the world. And I'm going to do one last question from here. Will you purchase the Liberty Advent calendar this year? I think that is probably a no. Never say never. But I think there are other Advent calendars that I would be more interested. I would definitely buy another Advent calendar. I'd do another. It's a good prop for Vlogmas, isn't it? It's something to talk about, particularly this last Vlogmas when we're in lockdown. But yeah, mate, the Fortnum and Mason one appeals to me. They had one last year that I liked the look of. So yes, probably not the Liberty one again though. Just going back through the chat finally. Artelac looks like that thing you shove up. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Yeah. Very enjoyable life. Thank you very much. Good morning from Prince Edward Island, Canada. Prince Edward Island. I haven't heard of that. Is it big? Is it little? Let me know, Maureen. I agree about HS2. Money could best be used elsewhere. My husband asked me when we retire if I want to travel around the United States in a motorhome. And then asked me if he wanted a divorce. Yeah, that's a lot of driving, a lot of time. I have to say, this last lockdown, it's maybe been the saving grace that Ashley was still going into the office, because I think we might well have killed each other if he'd been home all the time. I think, for sure. Anyway, Sue says, I think the calendar was very disappointing. There were some things in it that I loved. I mean, this calendar, I've talked about this before. It's not a calendar, it's a candle, isn't it? This is absolutely lovely. And there were some things that I liked, but overall, I mean, that lip thing that I did the 30-day trial on, oh my goodness me, that was just unbelievable. £155 that lip serum cost, and it did literally nothing. How can that be? Anyway, I've been talking for an hour. I could chat to you all day. Let's do another one next week, maybe. Not going to guarantee it, but I'll put it out. If I decide to do it next week, I've got a couple of sponsored videos that I need to get up next week. So actually, I've got an exciting one on Friday. I've got the most beautiful egg to show you. I'll do that on Friday this week. But yes, thank you all very much for watching. It's been lovely to chat in real time. Sorry if I missed out any of your questions. I'll hopefully get better at it as I do some more. And have a lovely rest of the week. And I will see you again soon. Bye.